Come on. Get in the fucking ball. Stay. I will throw you in the meat grinder, Pidgey. I swear to... Oh, hey guys. What's up? Ryan Necra here. Sorry, was just playing a little bit of Pokemon Go while I waited on my setup to get a little bit brighter in here. So, I've noticed that here in the next week, in my city at least, it looks like the kids will be going back to school. Now, that's just my town. Maybe you're already back in school, or maybe you still got a little bit before you go back to school. But I thought I would record a special video where I talk about some stories from when I was in school. And if you do enjoy this video, let me know down in the comments and maybe I'll tell some stories about the rest of my life. So we're going to start off with a good story, because why would you want to start off with something really shitty? So my first story was my junior year. I switched from my high school to a vocational school, and it was near the end of the year. I tend to be friends with people that were older than me when I was in school. Junior year, near the end of the year, the seniors were playing, I guess, a senior prank or something, and they decided they were going to play Pac-Man in the hallway. So, being friends with them, I ended up in the game as a junior. Now, just an FYI, the people that got caught by the teachers playing, they ended up with in-school suspension, or whatever the fuck it was called. I was lucky enough that I got to be one of the fruit vegetable things in Pac-Man that just randomly appear and randomly disappear. So, we set a scheduled time. Everyone had printed off pictures of what they were. There was one person that played Pac-Man. There was the ghosts that were out. And then there was the key, the fruits, the vegetables, the candy, the whatever else that was out in that game. So I ended up leaving class. I walked around the halls for a little bit. I ended up in the library. And I sit there and played on the computer for a while. And then I left to go back out into the hallway. I roamed the hallway some more. Hung out in the cafeteria with the people eating lunch. And then I ended up in chef training eating some random food. Needless to say, I never got caught. Pac-Man never found me. But he did find some other people, and the stories I heard about the others that were playing was that Pac-Man full-on tackled the people that were playing that he caught. And the ghosts were going to tackle Pac-Man, which was kind of ridiculous, but that was pretty neat. But that, to this day, is still a really cool memory of getting to play human Pac-Man at school. I mean, who else gets to do that? That was just... it was a good memory. So I was saying that I switched to a vocational school for the last 2 years of my high school experience. I ended up taking a class called Interactive Media, and I got a 2-year certificate for it. And it was just photography, videography, and web design, basically. And the things that go with that, like messing with computers, learning certain programs. Hell, I even learned how to take a computer apart and put it back together. Can I still do it now? Probably not. But one of the cool things about that class was we had many projects that we got to work on. And some of my favorite included getting to roam the hallways with cameras and record videos just like I'm doing now, but most of them didn't involve me. It was one of the cooler projects. We also had a senior capstone project where I had to sit down for the whole year, and I worked with carpentry and took pictures and video of them from day one of building a house to the last day. And then I built the website to help sell that house. So that was one of my big projects, and that was kind of cool. Side projects included, I made a website for my sister and her husband for their business that they had. Website and business didn't last long, surprise, surprise. We had to make a website for a fake band. That was pretty cool. Our band's music was basically Good Charlotte because we were lazy. We even, for our class, had a separate room that was all just a giant green screen, basically. So yeah, there's plenty of stories I could talk about that class, but the projects were so fun to do. So one of the more worst stories that I have from being in school, and if you don't know me, I am gay. And I got suspended because a chick claimed I raped her in class. Which, by the way, this class was full of people. And the principal had been dealing with the fact I was getting bullied for being gay already. And the fact I attempted suicide my freshman year. for not fitting in and being bullied, for being gay and outed. But yet this girl pops in and says, oh, I diddled her or whatever. They had the principal, the assistant principals, the secretary, and a police officer in that room. Because they thought that I really raped her. And basically, I was at the point where I was going to ask to suck the principal's dick just to prove that I'm gay. I don't get how, after dealing with that shit for a whole year and a half, that they're like, well, I guess he's not gay, he touched a girl. All that went out the window. So I got suspended for a week. Fun fact, the girl that said I raped her was 16 and was living with a 34-something-year-old dude who she was dating. And she tried to sell me her goddamn used nasty-ass dildo that her man bought her. The next day, the first day after I got suspended that I wasn't there, she claimed my best friend brought a gun to school to shoot her. And the principal pulled her aside at lunchtime and asked her if she brought a gun to shoot her. And my friend's response was, if I did that, you think I'm going to wait till lunchtime? Don't you think I would have did it when I first got here? So yeah, that's a shitty story. But now that I look back at it, it's just a story. So yeah, I got plenty of stories. So if you want to hear more of them from school, from after I graduated, from younger years, from anything, if you want to hear more stories from me, leave a like and leave a comment down below, letting me know that you want to hear more stories and when from my point of life would you like these stories to be from. So I am Ryan Necra. Check back in next Friday for another video. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but check in anyway because it's going to be great. It's me that's recording it. I mean, come on. That means it has to be great. But I will feel you later.